would you get if Hyundai were to design a family SUV for Minecraft? Well, maybe something like this, the new and very blocky Santa Fe. But it's real. Hyundai's second biggest SUV after the Palisade is bolder looking than ever before, with more than a hint of design inspiration from the Land Rover Defender. But we don't mind that, because this has to be the most interestingly styled Santa Fe since the model was born at the turn of the century. There's plenty of original thought though, such as the H-pattern LED headlights and taillights, and the small C-pillar panel that can be pushed inwards to create a handle for lifting yourself onto the rear tyre to better access the roof rails or roof stowage. The new Santa Fe doesn't seem as big in the metal as it does in images, though there is a notable growth spurt. It's 4.5 centimetres longer, including a 5 centimetre stretch to the wheelbase, and it's 3.5 centimetres taller. It brings more interior space to a large SUV that Hyundai says is better equipped than ever for transporting families around the suburbs and into the great outdoors. Let's go for a tour then, from back to front. So we'll start at the back. Now, you're not going to mistake what this car is. Santa Fe, proud and bold there on the tailgate. Now, something else about this tailgate, 125 millimetres wider than before. Look at that aperture, that is fantastic, so wide. Got the struts right at the extremes of the side of the vehicle. Let's take a closer look inside. So what do we got? We got a little bit of underfloor storage there, but not much because there's some hybrid componentry there. And 3 underfloor tubs there. Now, you're probably thinking, hold on, this is a Santa Fe, where's the third row? So this is not an Australian spec vehicle, so I can assure you the Santa Fe will come with 7 seats in Australia. So yeah, we can't tell you what it's like to sit in the back row of the new Santa Fe. However, Hyundai does say it has increased third row legroom by 1.5 centimetres, which is helpful, as this is an area where the outgoing Santa Fe trails the rival Toyota Kluger. It claims headroom is class leading, and there is a significant safety improvement. The curtain airbags now fully extend to cover the entire third row, where previously they covered only the rear glass area. Time to explore the second row. So Hyundai says an extra 3.5 centimetres of legroom, and that's pretty good, I'd say. Foot space, very good. Headroom, okay for me, I'm only 5'8", but we do have a dual pane sunroof in here. Practicality elements, centre armrest, couple of cup holders. No surprises there, we've got elasticated pull-out pouches here. I do love these touches. You've got a bottle holder in the door right down here, but also cup holders, twin cup holders in fact, in each door. Looks like they're shaped just like the ones out of the Kia Sorento. We've got coat hooks here, 2 in each of the seat backs. We've got USB-C ports. My favourite feature though is this. You know how centre console bins are always kind of dominated for the front passengers? Well, what about our second row passengers? Well, here we've got a bilateral console cubby. So it actually opens from the rear as well. So we press that and there we go, opens up and we can access anything that's in there. Alternatively, parents up front, they can open it up and the kids pull it out in here. Banana, bag of sweets, fantastic. I don't think any Santa Fe has ever been a particularly modern looking car, particularly on the inside. But until now, with this new 5th generation model, look how contemporary this is. Wide digital dash displays, which we'll get onto in a bit more detail later. Because I want to continue the theme of practicality, because this is a family SUV after all. We've already touched on the console cubby from when we were back in the second row. We've got big cup holders here in the center console. Big storage here under the console. And then you've got Mr. and Mrs. inductive charging trays. For your phones, 2 phones, love that. Door pockets, not huge, but pretty decent, but you've got all these other storage areas, including a pretty good glove box and a really nice detail touch here, a integrated lever for opening the glove box there. Now, looks like this is another glove box, but no, this is probably the most distinctive feature of this new Santa Fe interior. Press to open that. This is a UVC sterilisation tray. So the idea is that your kids have been getting their grubby little fingers over your smartphone and you're thinking, oh, I don't really want to touch that again for a little while. So you pop it in here, close it up, and then you press this button down here to give it a blast of UVC rays. And apparently it'll all be clean and hygienic when you take it out. The flatter and more spacious centre console is created by a more steeply raked climate control panel and a change from dash-mounted buttons to a steering wheel stalk for the transmission. Those aforementioned dash displays are dual 12.3-inch high-resolution screens, one for essential driver information and one for essential family entertainment. Quality is a step up too, at least in this high-spec model, which will either be called Highlander, as it is currently now for the flagship in Australia, or Calligraphy to follow the Palisade. Australian Santa Fe's will use a different suspension setup to the Korean market tune, so detailed assessment of ride and handling may as well wait for local drives in the second quarter of 2024. The revised steering does bring an improvement though, with better accuracy around the straight ahead position. The turning circle is also excellent, making this 4.8 metre long vehicle an absolute doddle to manoeuvre in tighter spaces. Big news on the powertrains front. The current 2.2 litre turbo diesel and V6 petrol engines are both out. Our test car featured a hybrid drivetrain that will feature on the Santa Fe at launch in Australia, while a 2.5 litre turbo petrol engine, borrowed from the Sonata, has potential to become a more powerful alternative. The latest Santa Fe has piled on the pounds though, and we'll have to see what effect this has on fuel efficiency. Quite a few questions then that need to be answered following our first drive of the new generation Santa Fe, but what is more certain is that the large SUV's roomier and more practical interior will at least be a big tick for big families.